From towers that mysteriously keep catching on fire, to vanishing artificial islands, and completely deserted mega airports, here are some of Dubai's biggest architectural mistakes. Number 1. The Marina Torch. Once hailed as the world's tallest residential skyscraper, the Marina Torch was a symbol of Dubai's vertical ambition, soaring over 1,000 feet above the Dubai Marina. Yet its legacy has slowly begun to deteriorate as a series of tragic events unfolded. Everything began in 2015, when a fire broke out across the entire building. The cause was a lit grill that had been left unattended on one of the balconies, and the incident was eventually written off as a one-time occurrence, until a similar event happened in 2017, and then again in 2019. And recently, another massive fire broke out in 2025. While the first fire could be dismissed as a simple mistake, the regular occurrence of these fires throughout the following decade made them feel more like an architectural flaw than a random disaster. But there was still one looming question. Why were these fires so common, and could they be stopped? According to engineers, the flames were fueled by the skyscraper's highly flammable aluminum cladding, a material scarily similar to that of other burned buildings, like London's devastating Grenfell Tower fire. This cladding allowed the flames to climb the building like a fuse, turning the luxurious high-rise into a towering inferno. While miraculously no lives were lost, the structural and emotional toll was immense. Hundreds of residents were forced to evacuate, their homes destroyed or severely damaged, and the incidents cast a stark spotlight on Dubai's high-rise safety standards. Number 2. The World Islands. Just a few kilometers off the coast of Dubai lie the haunting remnants of one of the most ambitious real estate projects ever dreamed up. This man-made archipelago, crafted from millions of tons of dredged sand and rock, was designed to look like a map of the world. With an astounding price of over $14 billion, the mega project consisted of 300 individual islands, each meant to house exclusive hotels, luxury mansions, and even private nations for the ultra-wealthy. When completed, this would have been another jewel in Dubai's crown of mega projects. The islands grabbed attention from numerous investors like Richard Branson, who reportedly bought Great Britain, and rumors of a Saudi prince who planned to turn Greenland into his personal estate. But when the 2008 financial crisis hit, everything came to a halt. Development froze, and potential buyers disappeared as quickly as they arrived. But things got even worse from here. The project's very foundation, the sand itself, started to shift. By 2010, reports from marine contractors claimed many islands were sinking back into the sea. Today, only a few islands see any activity, and most remain untouched as a remnant of what they were dreamed to be. Number 3. The Burj Khalifa. The Burj Khalifa is the tallest building on Earth and the crown jewel of Dubai's skyline, a symbol of progress, luxury, and impossible ambition. But for years, this architectural icon hid a secret that few tourists ever noticed. The tower was filled with luxury apartments, high-end restaurants, and the world's highest observation deck. But there was one problem. This billion-dollar skyscraper wasn't connected to the city's sewage system. Footage surfaced online, showing dozens of orange tankers circling the tower, collecting the waste from thousands of residents, hotel guests, and visitors. The human waste was then hauled out of the city to distant treatment plants, sometimes over 20 miles away. At the peak of tourist season, the traffic got so bad that truck drivers reported waiting more than 20 hours to dump a single load. The internet couldn't believe that the most advanced skyscraper on Earth was relying on such a primitive solution. So what was the reasoning for this? The issue wasn't due to poor design, it was a consequence of speed. In the early 2000s, Dubai was expanding so rapidly that the city's infrastructure simply couldn't keep up. Downtown Dubai, where the Burj was located, hadn't yet been connected to the main sewage grid. So, in a race to finish the project on time, developers turned to other temporary methods. However, this solution lasted longer than expected, and for years, these sewage convoys operated in the shadows of the Burj's luxury, until public scrutiny forced a change. By 2014, updated underground systems finally connected the tower to the city's main network, and the trucks stopped coming. Even though the tower has been fixed, this incident has left permanent damage to the tower's reputation. Number 4. The Dubai Frame. The Dubai frame, with its striking golden outline, has quickly become one of the city's most photographed landmarks. Standing 150 meters tall, it offers stunning views of both old and new Dubai. But behind its shiny exterior, there's a complicated story. The original design for the frame was created by architect Fernando Donis, who won an international competition to bring his vision to life. However, Donis claims that his design was taken, modified, and built without his permission or proper compensation. He's been locked in a lengthy legal battle with the Dubai municipality, arguing that his intellectual property rights were violated. According to Donis, after winning the competition, he was asked to sign a contract that would surrender full control of his design, something he refused. Not long after, construction began without him, and what now stands is undeniably similar to his original concept. But he had no hand in building it. While tourists continue to flock to the frame for selfies and skyline views, its story has turned into a case study in the complicated world of architectural ownership and the fine line between inspiration and exploitation in the race to build iconic landmarks. Number 5. Al Maktoum International Airport. Located on the outskirts of Dubai, Al Maktoum International Airport was designed to be the largest airport in the world, capable of handling an astonishing 200 million passengers every year. Built as part of the ambitious Dubai South project, the airport was meant to be more than just a transportation hub. It was supposed to anchor an entire city, filled with logistics centers, exhibition halls, and high-end residences. But today, it's mostly empty with vast tarmacs stretching out into the desert. And to make things even worse, a $35 billion expansion project is being planned, which would convert the airport into the world's biggest. So what happened? The airport officially opened in 2010, with expectations that it would eventually replace Dubai International as the city's main aviation gateway. At one point, developers imagined 5 parallel runways, multiple terminals, and connections to a brand new high-speed rail system, things which are all planned to be added in the coming years. The goal was to position Dubai as the ultimate global aviation hub, surpassing even Atlanta, Beijing, and London. But that vision never fully took off. Shortly after launch, expansion plans were delayed indefinitely. Economic shifts, fluctuating oil prices, and changes in airline strategies all chipped away at the momentum. Emirates, the flagship airline that was expected to anchor operations there, never made the full move. Today, while the runways are complete and technically operational, only a fraction of the promised infrastructure is being used. Al Maktoum handles some cargo and limited passenger traffic, but it's a fraction of what was promised. Yet, the story may not be over. In 2024, Dubai announced a new $35 billion expansion plan, set to transform the airport into a 400-gate, 5-runway mega hub over the next decade. If successful, it could finally fulfill its original destiny. But this is incredibly unlikely, given the airport's current lack of use.